Greetings, fellow traders. I have a little bit of a treat for you here. Just made a bunch of flashcards about 25 popular candlestick patterns, Japanese candlestick patterns, that I think you'll find helpful. That if you go through these and start being able to recognize them in scenarios, either intraday, daily, or on the weekly charts or on a monthly chart, it'll start to help your trading a little bit too. And you'll be able to see if you follow me on Twitter at TrueBubblehead, or if you're a subscriber to the newsletter, positive-trends.com, you'll be able to kind of see what I'm tweeting about or talking about, or when I'm doing an analysis. So these are really helpful. Just something, whether you're experienced or a beginner, it's kind of helpful just to kind of review these. A lot of these occur at either the top of a trend or the bottom of a trend, so we might look to see these in a particular reversal. Tom Bolkowski did a series of back testing on these to get percentages of how effective they are in terms of direction. So I include those as part of the answers on the Japanese candlesticks, and the candles were designed by finvids.com. They did a great job putting those together, so I figured I'd incorporate those as well. So these are these. So let's just kind of go through these. When you look at this, I mean, obviously it looks like well, I'll just go through each one and just kind of talk about it real quick. So flip card. So here we have an inverted hammer. Now, an inverted hammer typically occurs at the bottom of a trend, okay? But normally it would be a reversal pattern to the upside. And I could have done this as a, essentially a 35% chance of going up. But really, when you see these inverted hammers at the bottom of a trend, it seems to have a higher probability of going down. It's not typically what you see in the textbooks. Next. Very similar, but different. So this is a hammer. Okay, so this is a continuation pattern to the upside. 60% chance of going up when you see these. This is pretty easy to recognize. This is the three white soldiers. If you see these, especially on an intraday chart, I noticed on the 5-minute chart, these are very strong. 82% chance of going up. Very strong pattern there. This very interesting pattern is the rising threes method. 74% chance to go up when you see those. Look for those intraday as well. This, you guys know it. Dark cloud cover, 60% chance to go down. You'll see that at the top of a trend. This is very rare to see intraday, but you'll see them if we look at, for instance, we look at the 60 anchor bars, things like that. This is a kicking pattern. Okay, so you'll see these the next day often if there's a gap up or a gap down. If you see this, 53% chance of going up with that pattern. Of course, you could see the reversal of the bearish pattern. Again, very similar. Okay, anyone? Piercing pattern, very similar to the dark cloud cover. 64% chance of going up on that one. Okay, this one looks very similar to a hammer. In fact, it just depends on your position. Okay, so that's a hanging man. Typically, that's you'll see that at the top of a trend, and then, but interestingly enough, backtesting only a 41% chance of going down. If you see that, it's more of you have more of a chance, a higher probability, 59% chance of a momentum move to the upside. Next, I like this one. Okay, that's an advanced block or a deliberation bar. 64% chance of going up. I actually wrote this here. It's typically seen as a bearish reversal pattern, but as you can see here, backtesting shows that it's bullish. This one, inside bar, obviously. So, but the real body was contained within the real body of the other one, so it's a Harami bar. These you just have to trade intraday. You guys know I like these on the 60 time frame. When you incorporate that with the VWAP, can be a little bit more effective. But just based on generally seeing that, if you see the red real body contained within a green real body, they typically say it's going to go down, but he's showing only 47% chance to go down on that. Okay, anyone? Okay, bearish engulfing. This is actually very strong, okay, especially on the longer term time frames on your daily or your weekly, right? We saw very similar with that with Boeing recently. So 79% chance to go down. Okay, this one's very similar to earlier. So that's an upside gap to crows, 60% chance to go up. Typically a reversal pattern, but this one also has continuation to the upside. This one, guys, anyone? It's a doji. What kind of doji? Dragonfly doji. Only a 50% chance to go up, so it's 50-50 on this one. Okay, guys, very similar to the prior one, but this one's going down. Three black crows, 78% chance to go down on this one. So not as high probability as the three white soldiers, but still a good chance. Intraday, and the reason I've seen it is when you look intraday on the 5-minute time frame. Usually those red bars are so big because the shorts go longer. Sometimes, especially in the 5-minute time frame, it's kind of worn itself out at that point. But still a pretty decent chance to get to get a little bit more downside after that. Anyone? It just looks like a bar, but you see that tail at the bottom. Bearish belt holder, you'll see me call it a Yorikiri bar. 68% chance to go down, especially on a reversal. Okay, opposite of the Dragonfly Doji. Gravestone Doji. Okay, again, only about a 50% chance to go down as well. They look, they're more ominous than they really are. So, so 50-50 on that one. So not hugely actionable. Opposite of one we looked at already. Bullish engulfing, 63% chance to go up. Not as much as the bearish engulfing, but still pretty decent, 63%. Okay, this one, guys. Tri-star top, 52% chance. It's usually a doji, doji, doji. You'd think it would be a reversal pattern, but backtesting only shows 52% chance to go down. Here's another one. Inside bar, obviously. It's bullish harami. Again, very similar, 53% chance to go up. But again, guys, when we look at the 60 anchors, or when we look at the trading intraday, when we have the view app on our side and some momentum, there's higher probabilities. But here at 53% chance to go up. This one looks very similar to the other one, except this would be at the top of an uptrend. Shooting star. So when you're going up and you see one of these, 59% chance to go down. These, just so you know, if we'll look at this both ways. The height or the top is equal, or the bottom is equal on these. So, interestingly enough, these are tweezers, right? So tweezer top or tweezer bottom, about a 50% chance of a reversal. So if you see that at the top, 50% chance. I do see these intraday on the SPX a little bit more, and when I see them, I feel like the percentage is a little bit higher. But just something to keep in mind. Okay, this is the opposite of prior one. Okay, that's your bullish belt holder, Yorikiri bar. 71% chance to go up when you see these. So especially if you see it in a downtrend. I know it doesn't look like it because you have that that upper shadow, but the probabilities are there. Okay, you can look at these individually. These are just we see these all the time. I talk about spinning tops. Okay, actionable. It depends what the size are. If they're narrow. Sorry guys, I meant to click spinning top. So you're about 50-50 either way. They don't have to appear like they do in here. I just showed them both. You just when you see one or the other, just kind of evaluate it based on where you're at in the trend. This one here, Morning Star. Okay, Morning Star. We saw this back in December at that huge reversal after the big drop. Right, we saw a lot of different stocks, and the indexes were making that pattern. 78% chance to go up there. So very, very strong pattern. And last but not least, the opposite, Evening Star. 72% chance to go down. So if you see it at the bottom, in a downtrend, a little bit higher probability than if you see it at the top of an uptrend. And that's it. So 25 different candlestick patterns that, if you follow me on Twitter or if you subscribe to the newsletter, you'll see me talking a lot about those in the analyses. And then hopefully you'll find this video helpful to help your trading. Have a great day, and we'll see you guys soon.